You know, what I found out over the years is that it doesn't feel like anything's ever gonna get better. Um, it's like I've got this privilege now where now that I've been considered ugly for most of my life because I made myself ugly basically by cutting my hair and dressing more like a guy. But being ugly was good in a way because that meant that bad people usually wouldn't come after me, and good people usually wouldn't talk to me. And now that I finally don't do that anymore, and I present myself more girly, um, it seems like the cycle just continues. It seems like everybody thinks I can take advantage of her. I can I can go after her. I'm the prize. That's what I always am, is a fucking prize that everybody seeks out. And I don't know, if somebody ever tried something, I think I would honestly, like, be able to hurt them back. I don't think that it would end smoothly for them. But I'm just saying. I feel like I'm still, like, mentally like a kid. And I feel like I'm just this carefree kid who has stuffed animals, likes My Little Pony, likes to play games all day, shit like that. And then when somebody interacts with me, I start to remember I'm not a kid anymore. And it's really scary because I never wanted to grow up. I never wanted to make it past high school. I never wanted to make it this far. And on top of that, I found out I was borderline. And it seems like the way my brain is wired, it's like making everything worse. It makes all the bad stuff that's already happening worse, and it makes the good stuff that's happening feel 10 times better. Even though, even the good stuff that's happening, it's not necessarily good. So, I don't think that my response to it should be the response that it should have been. I think I should have been more on guard, less trustworthy, more just like questioning why these people are talking to me all of a sudden. And on top of that, I told my counselor about how I didn't want to go on mood stabilizers because she told me allergic reaction was one of the biggest, like, side effects of it. And I've had, like, a lot of really bad allergic reactions over the years. And she couldn't even understand why I never wanted to take that medicine. And even when she first mentioned it, I should have been like, I'm not gonna take it then. But my stupid idiot mind, in like this manic state, decided, you know what? It doesn't matter. If I take it, I'll be just fine. And then my dad called me and he said, yeah, you are an idiot. And so I've been trying to, like, tell her that I need SSRIs. It's so stupid how they make you pay $40 for an appointment just to be like, hey, prescribe me SSRIs. And then they're like, okay, here you go, prescribed it for you. And then that's it. $40 just to say, here you go, I've sent it in. So I told her I'm not doing that. Like if you wanna like give me like an SSRI, then just like do it. Like I'm not gonna do another appointment with you. I don't have like $200 laying around to spend on these stupid appointments back and forth and back and forth. And my usual therapist I see, when I brought up the borderline stuff to her, she's only seen me for like 4 weeks, by the way. She acted like she was surprised that my new counselor told me that. And it's like if you list like all of the symptoms down right now of BPD, you can see like I pretty much like fit the bill. But then she brought up that she was kind of worried that maybe I had like just like PTSD going on and stuff. And I don't think that's true. I think that, I don't know, I've never had this before. Like I've never felt out of control of my emotions more than this year. And also when I was 16, that was also a really bad time for me. Basically, I was like harming myself because of all of the abusive girlfriends that my dad had. And I got a tattoo. The one on my arm is to symbolize that I need to never think about doing that again. I'm thinking about getting more tattoos though, because I've been drawing like this one on my hand for a little bit, and I think I need some other way of like doing something to where I can like make it so I don't think about that again. I saw my favorite crow today as I was going to walk around my dorm. I was noticing my crow was there. And that crow, he never like comes up to me or anything. He just kind of like follows behind me like while I'm walking around. And then he goes, "Caw, caw, caw." And then he looks over at me like I'm supposed to say something to him or give him some seeds or something. But I never have any seeds when the stupid crow comes around, so I don't know. I feel like maybe the crow is somebody that got sent to like watch over me or something. Because I feel like none of the other crows here do that. But yeah, and then I don't know what that was. I got another book. I forgot what it's called. I think it's something heaven. And it's from, I forgot his name, but it's something like Maruhuki Takahashi or whatever, or Masaki or whatever his name is. And then I also got more stuff I needed or whatever. I've low-key been looking like a zombie every day at class. when I don't wear makeup because I don't have any more makeup wipes, and so I've just been having like a constant like crust of black around my eyes. And I feel like the weather, like the sunny weather, makes me feel better, but at the same time, I feel like it's like the changes in the weather kind of like mess with me in a way, and it just makes it so that I'm more like dysregulated. I did finish most of the pizza rolls tonight, which means that tomorrow I'm probably gonna have to walk to the store or get something at the campus store so that I'll have something to eat for the week. Speaking of eat, usually I was like in a depressive mood for a while, and I didn't eat much, and then now I'm in like a better mood, I'd say. It still gets worse at night. Like even if I talk to people during the day, I'll come back here at night and I'll feel like I'm a failure and nobody likes me, even though I have talked to people all day. And then speaking of talking to people all day, I just want to preface this by saying I can't take any sort of sarcasm or jokes really, because I can't really like understand it. But basically, this nerdy guy came up to me today, and I pass a lot of like nerds on my way to the dorm because I kind of have like, there's like a building there that's like for more of like the nerdy students to like hang out or whatever. And he came up to me and he motioned to like take my earbud out, so I did. And then he kind of like stuttered. He said, and he kind of just looked over at me like this. And I was standing there like, what? And he said, I thought you were somebody else for a second there. I have a friend who's also got pink hair, and she walks past here every day, and she does really good. She usually has really dramatic makeup or whatever. And he kind of smiled when he said that. And then after that, I kind of just stood there like, oh, oh. And then he never said anything except for stuttering some more. And then he said, well, you have a good day. And I said, yeah. And then I walked off, and then my dad told me later on that was a compliment, apparently. I don't really like 100% understand that, but I think he was referring to me when he said, there's a girl that walks by you every day with really cool makeup or whatever. I don't remember what he said. I think it was really cool makeup, not dramatic makeup or whatever. And it made me kind of sad afterwards because I thought, in this guy's view, I completely like dissed him. I completely just like ignored him, basically. I mean, not ignored him, but like didn't respond to his attempt for friendship. And yeah, and then I remembered I'm autistic. I have a lot of issues. Maybe I would have never realized that in the first place. Maybe, maybe he should have like said it in a different way. I don't know. But at the time, I thought maybe he thought that I was my classmate or whatever. Because my classmate, she kind of looks like me. So I figured maybe he knew her. But I don't know. Um, yeah. I don't know if I want to be in a relationship at this point. Because it's kind of exhausting, and then at the same time, I feel like I just attract the wrong people. I usually attract like older, uh, nerdy, kind of like closed off guys. And I can't believe I'm even attracted them because my voice is so deep. I thought maybe it would like ward them away. And also because I kind of dress like a hoe sometimes, but it kind of did the opposite actually. Um, but I'm scared I'm gonna get like taken advantage of again. I'm scared that something bad is gonna happen if I do keep talking to these guys. I feel like maybe I'm I'm doing this to feel more connected with people, but at the same time I'm being more disconnected from people. I'm I'm basically being treated as less than a person instead of being treated like a person. And I don't want that. I want like a true relationship where I get to care for the other person as much as they care for me. I don't want to be like the weak link or the person that I don't know just gets together for fun. Because it's not what I am. Um, I feel like the reason I identified as a butch lesbian for so many years in my life is because I thought that I was best at taking care of somebody else than I am of having somebody take care of me. And I still think that's true. That's why I tend to go for kind of like softer guys. And also because I feel more vulnerable when I'm with like a stronger guy. Um, but yeah, and then I got asked, like, I don't know. Um, but hopefully I get a response from the counseling place soon because I don't really feel the best. You'd think they'd be quicker with that shit. You'd think they'd just be like, here you go, I've given it to the psychiatrist or whatever. I also tried Walgreens at one point. I don't know if they do that, but that'd be like another $30 of course. Mental health care should be free. I don't think that I should have had to pay for any of this. Because if you force people to pay for this, all you're doing is creating more school shooters. You're creating more people that are prone to disabling themselves. It's just not good. And what other out do we have, like, besides being a nerd and besides playing games? Like, I feel like people see me as just like a basic girl now, and it's like I'm a nerd just like all of you guys. Like, I don't know. I'm not like the guy in my class that's like, excuse me, but you got this wrong about India because India actually, in 1922 they did this, they didn't do that. So you're super wrong about that. Like that's not the kind of nerdy I am. I keep it all to myself usually. But I think more people in the world should be nerdy because it gives you more of a chance to connect with people that have similar interests. And you can also create a lot of new hobbies from being nerdy. And it kind of like boosts your character, kind of makes your personality better. So yeah. I hate this society, dude. I hate everything about it. Gotta make a formal appearance, gotta make a formal resume. Gotta get turned down because you make videos or because you slightly made your resume in the Arial font and they don't like the Arial font. Or they turn you down even though you're like 2 blocks down from where we work. We're still gonna turn you down because you don't have your own car, like a way of getting there. And it's like, screw you guys, dude. Like, why do I need to do all this just to be a person in the public? Why do I need to do this to be like a member of society? I don't get it. I feel like that's why so many people feel bad just like me, is because they have so many unrealistic expectations set onto them. And it's stupid, dude. Like, we should just live in a world where we don't have as many expectations of people. And a world where not everything is based on how much money you make. I don't know. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna probably go to bed early tonight because I've got stuff to do tomorrow. For once on the weekend. My pets are probably gonna miss me because I won't be home. But screw them because who cares anyways? My mom's gonna be there to watch over them and make sure that they don't attack each other while I'm gone. So yeah. I also feel like I can never make friends with girls. I've tried to make friends like online, but like I said, everybody thinks I'm a guy online because of my voice. And then making friends in person is really scary because I feel like they're gonna make fun of me or laugh at me or ignore me. More than I would think that a guy would like go out of his way to ignore me or whatever, or make me feel bad. I feel like since I've been tomboyish like all my life, I feel like I relate more to guys and I get along with them more than girls. You can think whatever you want of me, but that's just the truth for me, I guess. But I'm just like looking back at all like the missed opportunities I've had over the years to make friends, and because I was a dumb person, I literally had like the brain of a 14-year-old when I came here to college. And because of that, I never pursued any friendships. I always, like, involuntarily, like, turned people down. I always took things the wrong way. And I felt like that was, like, the way it was always gonna be. I felt like I was never gonna have anybody to ever talk to besides my parents. And until now, I've realized it's not that hard to talk. It's not that hard to find a way to make connection with somebody. But I found out that I can't just rely on myself to do that because I make a lot of bad choices and I always pick like the wrong people to hang out with. I do have like a couple of people that I'd say were good. But the rest, I don't know why I decided to talk to them. I don't know why I decided to do that. I was pretty much humiliating myself by doing that. And I regret talking to them. And I don't want to make them feel bad by just telling them, hey, I don't want to talk anymore. Get rid of my number or whatever. I don't want to do that because I feel like that would be too rude. And that would make them upset and maybe make them retaliate. But yeah, I'm just exhausted. Like, I can't do this anymore. So that's the end of my video.